I've been out hunting and just leveling up a little bit during my off time from recording, and I think I'm ready to upgrade my bow and some other things. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So I do have two weapon upgrades. We have the Shock Tripcaster, which I will upgrade in a moment, but the Hunter Bow, I can actually upgrade my damage, the tear damage, the acid damage, different things like that. We also get a weapon coil slot, which is very helpful. We need that. At least we finally have that slot. And for the Tripcaster, I can get some additional damage from Shock. I want to upgrade those as much as I can. Very important. Oh, we can actually go to level 3 and get the coil slot and a good amount of damage. Nice. I don't think, yeah, this is fully upgraded now. I don't think I can upgrade this yet. I need to get some bristleback tusks, which I went looking for, but I couldn't find any bristlebacks. We cleared them all out of this area. I need to upgrade my outfit as well. This will give me some additional skills, some weaves, some more damage in terms of resistance and stuff like that, impact damage. +1 concentration plus and an empty weave slot. Very helpful to have now that we actually got all of that. Let's go ahead and see if I have any coils to put in. I have acid. I can't put any frost or anything like that right now. Then for the blast sling, I don't have that unlocked yet, but I do have the Tripcaster. I can't put anything in there. Not yet, but at least we did upgrade the Hunter Bow a little bit. Now for my outfit, let's see, choose the slot. We currently have concentration plus in that one, and we can put plasma defense, purge water defense, or ranged defense. We'll go with that. I'm pretty sure that's going to help us out a decent bit. I have plenty of ammo. We have some resources, special gear. So a coil slot has been unlocked for one of your weapons. Coils can be equipped on weapons to improve their performance. Finally. And we completed that job. We have this guy right here. He has a bow, a sharp shot, a warrior, and fire hunter bow. He also has a couple of common items, resources. We can sell items as well, but I don't think I want to sell anything to him. I believe we're good. A weave slot has been unlocked for one of your outfits. Weaves can be equipped on outfits to improve their abilities. Good. He doesn't really have anything either. He has the Oseram Explorer and the Nora Huntress, which I don't care about any of those yet. I'm going to wait until maybe we get to our next village. Let's go see if we can talk to Petra. I do want to try and get to the embassy soon. We have Petra, and we have this guy right here who wants to talk to us. Here's Petra.
Aloy, change your mind about that brew? Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
Ha! There's that spark. Fire and spit.
I kind of feel bad for Petra because
Fire and spit.
she doesn't seem to get along with many people. I don't even know if she really gets along with herself.
Blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends.
I told you.
Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. I never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Karja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talon. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Talon making it rougher.
At least we spoke with Petra.
Might still be
We have a
chance.
new side quest we may
Could have a word with him
deal
first.
with soon. I want to talk to this guy. Javad?
Savior, thank you for taking the time, and my condolences that you had to endure Ulvan's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. That sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let Bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the Bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Barren Light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the Bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
Yes, it does.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. Now, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
How does blaming the Karja for the Bristlebacks help Ulvund get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Karja loosed the Bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King. Even with the valley working again, Ulvund hopes he can stir up enough resentment against the Karja to call for a strike.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
I kind of like this guy.
You said the Bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
We can hope. At least we were able to get a decent amount of information out of him that might help us with our future endeavors. Before we get going to the embassy, I want to save. Now we're good to go. Let's go see if we can override a charger. I'm going to need to, that's for sure. We're just going to have to be sneaky. I want to see if I can get the furthest away over there. Ooh, be careful. He's not looking at me. Let's see if we can get the charger that is over here. If I can override him without the rest of them knowing, we might be good. Let's mount. Now let's get out of here before everything goes sideways. How do you actually go faster on this thing? I figured it out. It's so weird trying to get used to this stuff. I have not overridden many machines even on the first game. So I'm very much new to it. It was kind of fun though. At least we're able to ride machines. I'm sure with this game we're going to need to do so more often than what I have in the past. Let's go this way. I'm going to try and get around them. I know I'm not sneaking, but we're just going to go as fast as we can past them. I want to stop and look around, make sure we have nothing of value to grab. This is probably just rocks. Nothing of value there, just rocks here. Nice looking place. I like this.
Barren Light. The last part of the Sundom before the Forbidden West.
What do we have here?
Karja Horn.
Nothing worthwhile. Just a camp. We have some horn being blown. We're going in.
Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here. First, I could resupply at my stash. Might be worth taking a look around too.
We're at a new place. What is this? Oh, we can trade with the cook?
Coming by.
Still looking around. There has to be something worth... Ooh, they're training. Worth taking over here. We have this person. What do they have? So the Nora Sentinel. I don't have enough resources yet. But it actually gives a decent upgrade. So we may try and get that somewhat soon. We have weapon stamina, potion proficiency, potent medicine, medicine capacity, and a low health defense.
Garments and armor.
I saw something over here. A downed machine. Got some shards. How are you people doing? That must be the, like, leaders area. If I had to guess.
Where's Erend?
Oh, there's Erend.
Looks like he's had a few.
Just a few.
Gentlemen,
That's our cue.
taking the edge off.
Oh, if the end of the world's coming, I don't be sober for it. Now let me guess. You're in a rush, right? So whatever you need, ask away.
He knows me way too well. Ursa.
I was, wondering if you were able to lay Ursa to rest, like you wanted.
Yeah, we did. Just seemed the crowd that showed up to pay their respects. Half of them owed her a favor, and the other half owed her their lives. In the end, everybody drank. You know, it's the rowdiest funeral since ever.
Feels like she would have liked that.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. She would have put them all under the table.
He opens up quite a bit.
How have things been since I...
Your silent departure? Yeah, not bad. Vanguard's going strong. Helped Avad pick up the pieces after the battle with the Eclipse. I took a month to bury Ursa in the claim. But when I got back, I got the assignment to babysit Wadis on his way to the embassy. I thought that'd be a cakewalk, so of course things went sideways.
You got blindsided. Wasn't your fault.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
The embassy.
What do you know about the embassy?
Oh, yeah, not much. Only that Avad really wants it to happen. He's set on making peace with these Tanakh. But from what I hear, they're not too big on the whole diplomacy thing. They do most of their talking with blades and arrows. So if you're heading their way, be prepared. Things might get ugly real fast.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you for the heads up.
What do you know about this place?
Well, nothing good. It's where the Carja dragged all the captives they took from the Forbidden
The
West to
music
their race.
that plays in the background
Ones,
is
since
so
they
impressive. I have noticed at times it overpowers the dialogue a little bit,
You got it.
but beyond that, it's really good to have, especially during combat and stuff. I enjoy it.
West. I can't say I blame them. And now Avad's paying the Osram to rebuild it. And no matter how much new stone they put up, it'll still be stained in blood.
I better get going.
Right, you'll have to do complicated Aloy things. Maybe just don't disappear completely this time.
I'll try not to.
Promises.
I guess what I'm really trying to say is, if you ever do need me,
I know where to find you. Hopefully sober next time.
don't count on it. Be careful out there, Aloy.
Have you noticed some of the NPCs in these cutscenes? They do weird things. It's awkward at times. Let's just double check out here before I go handle the mission. Make sure we don't have any supplies worth grabbing, since I know things are about to go sideways. Usually it does. I see a lot of plants over there, but I don't think there are any uses for them just yet.
It's from my stash when I need it.
We have tons of items in our stash, so we should be good to go there. I'm ready. What, did you have something on your foot, dude?
Lighten up, Paiv. You've got a thick wall of stone.
Are you in charge around here?
Apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, the second in command. So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
You know who I
I'm
am?
for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls.
Yep.
But the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. Now we're open, once the Tanakh have left.
So what happens at these embassies, exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offer tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, the Tanakh return personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh are handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier named Fashav?
Ah, so you've heard. The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
He's kind of cool to talk to. He gives you a lot of information, and he seems nice.
You said something about Tanakh marshals. Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of their leader. And by negotiate, I mean stare down our Sun Priest until they concede. Paiv over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day, sir.
It was indeed.
Where is this Commander Nozar then? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
We'll see about that.
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvund was thrilled.
Not so much. He never is. Olvin doesn't like anyone telling him what to do.
Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
There's the commander. Better brace yourself.
I'm going to talk to him. I'm not afraid of anyone.
How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Ahem.
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh's horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
I'm going. I'm not waiting for their signal.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Yep.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Varl? Really? So he found her once again. It took a little while for him to get here, but I had a feeling he would find her at some point. He wasn't just going to leave her.
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the devil between yourself. The gate is sealed until that horn grows.
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
I know the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to
Open
stand in her way.
the
It's not gonna work.
gates.
Never does.
That's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys. Saving the world.
Thank you, Aaron.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl,
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
Let's get underway. I don't know what Varl is going to be able to do to assist us. I guess if we get in a fight.
Rod told us about the Tanakh. We need their permission to go west.
yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
Just no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
I don't really expect it to go well. I honestly don't. We're going to find out, though. Did you see how many berries and stuff there is around here? That means we're probably going to need all of these resources.
East and west. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is no.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav. Once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun. You'll have to forgive my comrades. Tensions are high.
Very high.
This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
How did you come to be among the Tenakth?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I have time.
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tenakth into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate, and was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hekarro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did something desperate?
I'd kept my ears open as the Tenakth dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hekarro's feet, I demanded this rite, called the Kulrut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tenakth howled, but Hekarro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kulrut. Little did I know what I was in for.
You said the Kulrut is a Tenakth trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive. Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hoped for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
I think that's enough.
For now.
As you wish.
Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tenakth and the Carja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tenakth don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hekarro knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tenakth lands. A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hekarro knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner!
So all three clans are here now.
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all three clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tenakth can stomach the idea of parley with the Carja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No, the other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.